Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today we have a particularly fascinating topic for you. We will be discussing a phenomenon that has aroused curiosity, fascination, and controversy for centuries. We are talking about astral projection. We have prepared for you a wealth of information about this incredible phenomenon, as well as its connections with various religions, shamanic practices, and psychedelic substances. Ready? The concept of astral projection has fascinated and been the subject of research for centuries. It holds a prominent place in metaphysical studies, becoming a mystical bridge leading to a deeper and broader understanding of our consciousness and existence. Despite its controversial status in the world of mainstream science, more and more people are recounting their encounters with astral projection, painting vivid. Astral projection refers to the alleged experience in which a person's consciousness, or astral body, separates from the physical body. It's not a physical act, but a spiritual one, occurring in the mind or consciousness of the individual. What makes this phenomenon so fascinating is the fact that it isn't bound by the laws of physics that govern our everyday life. The astral body can travel anywhere, from the neighboring room to distant galaxies, and even different dimensions and planes of existence. People who have described experiences with astral projection often talk about a sensation of separating from their physical body. An example could be the story of a man named Jack who talks about his first experience with astral projection. One night, lying in bed, he suddenly felt intense vibrations passing through his body. He had the sensation of floating, rising upwards until he found himself looking at his own body from the ceiling. He then embarked on a journey beyond his room, visiting places from his childhood and encountering what he described as a guardian spirit. For Jack, this experience was immensely transformative, leaving him with a sense of peace and purpose he had never experienced before. Another example is Lucy, a woman who regularly experiences astral projection from an early age. She describes the experience as liberating and exciting, saying that she could visit places she had never been in her physical life, like distant galaxies and ethereal realms. Lucy believes she communicated with extraterrestrial beings during these astral journeys, gathering wisdom and knowledge about the universe that she could never access in her physical form. Scientifically speaking, the phenomenon of astral projection is difficult to explain or prove, mainly due to its subjective and personal nature. Scientists theorize it could be a form of lucid dreaming, a brain malfunction, or even a kind of hallucination. They say it could also be an out-of-body experience, OBE, which can occur during near-death experiences, NDEs, or altered states of consciousness. Skeptics argue that without concrete evidence, astral projection is merely a product of imagination. Is reality only what we can perceive with our physical senses, or is there more? The study and practice of astral projection, as well as sharing individual experiences, give people the opportunity to explore these questions. While the concept of astral projection remains unproven and controversial, the vivid accounts of those who have experienced it, combined with the profound implications it holds for understanding our consciousness and reality, make it a subject of ongoing interest and exploration. The concept of astral projection also has its place in various religious and spiritual traditions around the world. In Hinduism, for instance, there exists the idea of pranayama or spiritual journey, which bears many resemblances to astral projection. In Tibetan Buddhism, there's a practice called pawar, which involves consciously transferring consciousness from the body at the moment of death. Psychedelic substances, like LSD, psilocybin, found in certain types of mushrooms, DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and ayahuasca, a South American drink containing DMT, have long been used in various cultures to achieve altered states of consciousness. Many of these substances have a long history of use in the context of religious and spiritual rituals, often under the guidance of shamans or other spiritual guides. Most of them are currently classified as Class A drugs, though some of them are now being studied for potential therapeutic benefits, for example, in treating depression. One of the most well-known and commonly used psychedelics in shamanic practices is ayahuasca, a plant native to South America used to prepare a hallucinogenic drink of the same name. Ayahuasca is traditionally used by indigenous communities of the Amazon as a tool for deep introspection and spiritual transformation. Many people who have embarked on so-called ayahuasca ceremonies describe their experiences as breakthrough and transformative, often associated with out-of-body experiences that resemble the aforementioned astral projections. For instance, actor and comedian Russell Brand and musician Sting have described their experiences with ayahuasca as deeply spiritual and transformative. Brand described his experiences with ayahuasca as extrasensory, beyond time, with an immediate, almost drastic impact on his sense of identity and place in the world. Sting, on the other hand, described his ayahuasca experience as a rebirth, saying that for a brief time, he experienced the world in a way that transcended the physical limitations of the senses. According to him, it was the most important spiritual work of his life. Many celebrities, including Jim Carrey, Tori Amos, and Paul Simon, describe their experiences with psychedelic substances as deeply spiritual and transformative. Many of these experiences share common elements with the previously described experiences of astral projection, such as a sense of separation from the body. Psychedelic substances, including those used in shamanic rituals, are not without risk, however. They can lead to intense, often difficult to process experiences, which can be terrifying and traumatic. They are also associated with potential risks to mental health, particularly in individuals predisposed to mental illnesses. Like astral projection, psychedelic experiences are difficult to explain and understand in the context of traditional science. They are often described as deeply subjective, transcendent, and spiritual, which puts them in conflict with the materialistic approach to reality that dominates in the hard sciences. It's possible that these experiences, although extremely difficult to quantify and analyze, may provide us with valuable insights into the nature of our consciousness and the universe. Even though psychedelic substances, shamanism, and the experiences of celebrities push the boundaries of traditional science and understanding. Regardless of how we interpret these experiences, they are a powerful reminder of the unexplored and mysterious nature of reality, of which we still have much to discover. Regardless of tradition, experiences of astral projection often serve as powerful tools of personal and spiritual transformation. Whether you're a scientist trying to understand it, a spiritual seeker wanting to experience it firsthand, or simply a curious observer, there is undoubtedly something fascinating in this phenomenon that pushes the boundaries of the known and gives us a deeper insight into the nature of reality. If you value this kind of content and want to learn more about astral projection and other similar topics, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We will continue our journey into the unknown and elusive, seeking answers to the most fascinating questions about the nature of our existence. Thank you.